What do you think of when you hear boldness? What image comes to your mind? For most people, I think they have a certain personality attached to boldness. But I want to say to you that boldness is an inner character quality, and it's not really based on your personality as far as outward personality. You don't have to be loud to be bold. You can be very quiet and firm and bold. But the Lord stood at my side and gave me strength, so that through me the message might be fully proclaimed and all the Gentiles might hear it. And I was delivered from the lion's mouth. Now, Paul was bold in that situation. As a leader, you're going to face times when tough decisions will have to be made. What will you do when you feel insignificant, powerless, when fear holds you back? Your relationship with Christ will be a key component in finding confidence and courage to do what is right regardless of the circumstances or regardless of what anybody else might think. In his letter to Timothy, Paul wrote about a time when he was dragged into a court because his preaching had created such an uproar in the city. All his friends and associates had disappeared. They'd abandoned him. No one was there to support him. But he stood strong, and God gave him courage to be bold even in a difficult situation. Paul was in a threatening spot. He was in the lion's mouth, and yet he stood about strong for the gospel message. That's what God wants us to do. And you can do it in a quiet way, but he wants you to be bold. Don't back down. You know, we're being told in the day in which we live to be tolerant, to not say too much. But God wants us to speak up. He wants us to say what we believe and not back down. Now, we don't have to create a problem, but we speak the truth in love, standing strong. This is what gives boldness a good name. This is where we find our courage to do the right thing when we were sitting in the lion's mouth. As a matter of fact, Christ's presence turned the table and that lion stood down. Proverbs 28:1 says, "The righteous are bold as a lion." Now, that's pretty good imagery. Now, you may not be that person yet. You may be too timid. But God wants you to be bold and say what needs to be said. We want you to develop that character trait of boldness that'll strengthen you. It'll strengthen your Christian character. It'll strengthen your relationships. It'll give you confidence and courage because God is on your side. Be bold.
How about a Christian student gap year program to grow in faith, serve others, and travel while earning college credit? Change your life. Visit onelifepath.org.